How do you feel about the only government intervention into the BP oil disaster is telling the people that were collecting hair to put on into hose and to use it to sop up the oil that already come into the marshes, that they cannot use it? Is that true? I don't think there's a way to clean up that oil, man. They got a real big problem. Right now, the surface of the oil spill is the size of the state of Maryland. You know how bananas that is? Oops, I said it. Fuck. That's a crazy thing, man, to have a giant oil slick the size of a state and getting larger. I mean, you could see that from a distant satellite now. That's terrifying that they don't know how to stop it. I mean, it literally might drain the entire 50 million barrels that's in that thing, that reservoir of oil. That's what the estimate is, 50 million
litter. It's funny, they were talking about straw the other day.
Dude, the pressure of that oil coming out, a mile underwater or however fucking deep it is, the pressure of that oil pumping out like that, to be able to contain it, you have to have some intense fucking machinery. You have to have some really big-time, high-pressure shit. And they never planned for this. They have no idea how they're going to stop it. They literally have no idea. And when you hear Obama talking about it on TV, it's hilarious because he's just talking shit. He's just saying, we're going to clean it up. You blow it up. What's that going to do? Make more oil? So more oil is going to come out, man.
Cave in the hole. Stop the. Isn't it a?
I think part of it is they don't want to do that because they don't want to destroy all the work. So they're trying to figure out how to save as much of the well as they can while figuring out how to stop it. But in the meantime, they have this giant eco disaster, and they're like, well, we're going to take care of that. But the problem with them taking care of that is these people can't fish there. They've shut down like 20% of the fishing in the Gulf, or at least as of a couple days ago. It might be even worse now. But all these people, they're all fucked up from Katrina, and that whole area got nailed by those disasters, and is just starting to get back on the road to recovery. And then this fucking thing hits them. Dude, this is going to be an eco-disaster that we have never seen before. Sometimes it's hard to put things in perspective while they're happening. Like this is happening right now, and it seems like, it doesn't seem like a big deal because it's not affecting our ordinary everyday life. We're going through life, and, it doesn't seem like, you know what I'm saying? You drive to the same store, you eat at the same restaurants.
Right.
But there's a part of the world right now that is literally an apocalyptic disaster is going down. I mean, it is a huge fucking reservoir of oil is pumping into the water, and it's almost impossible to get it out of there. They're fucked. That's scary shit, man. It's just not, we're not putting it into perspective because it's not happening to us. We're not feeling it, So it's like, it feels almost abstract when we're talking about it, You see it on the news and it seems tragic, but it almost seems abstract because it's not affecting you. But if that was affecting us, if we were fishermen and we were living in fucking Louisiana, and you would be suicidal right now. Yeah. You would be going crazy. You have no other way to make a living. You have kids to feed. You have no fucking money in the bank, and this shit is going down.
Yeah, and things probably weren't that well off for you before it happened either. For the most part, those guys are pretty.
Yeah, with all this bailout money, all these billions and billions of dollars, those fucking cocksuckers should be paying those fishermen right now. They should be sending fat checks in the mail right now, double what they were making before, so that they don't have to feel bad, because you're killing their fucking business. Billions of dollars to these fucks is not that much money, and $1 billion would go a long fucking way to taking care of all these fishermen. I mean, it's a $1 billion industry, but this catastrophe is going to cost them so much fucking money. They should take out the money for the fishermen and for the workers right now. For all the fucking people that rely on tourism, all the people. I mean, that's going to be big, dude. It's going to be gigantic. And then there's the cleanup, and then they're going to have to come up with new technology to even clean that shit up.
You see, Kevin Costner had a thing that they might use his.
What? His hair?
No, Kevin Costner, and I'm getting a lot of this wrong, but back when he did Waterworld, he got into
completely overestimating how much hair he has.
Yeah, he got into cleaning up the ocean or the oil. So when he spent $25 million in 15 years of research into this filtering system, that now the government is like, well, wait a minute, you have that? We didn't know that they're going to use Kevin Costner's.
What?
Yeah, if you Google it, he created something back when he did Waterworld to help the ocean, and now they're
it's supposed to annoy the oil back into the ground.
Yeah, it's supposed to do something to the oil.
It's show the movie.
Show them really bad
it's
movies.
So bad the oil commits suicide.
Hey, do you want to see?
Jumps into a bucket.
we play the sound track from tin cup.
Yeah, how the fuck are they going to separate that water from the oil? I mean, they're all talking about how they're going to do it. Oh, we're going to do it. They're literally going to have to invent some new technology in order to just... I can't believe they didn't have a plan.
Real talk.
You know?
Yeah, better than just what I would have done at my apartment, where you just get a rug and throw it over the spot that's on the
Cat litter.
thing and go, well, it's done. I'm not going to pay to clean that cat piss up.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
It
dude?
seems like they should just be able to drop like the Statue of Liberty on it or something and stop it. Like
This
just like
is
a
where
big
we need
rock or
Aquaman.
something.
This
Dude,
is
it's
where
like a
an-
mile underwater.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
but-
where a superhero is
We have
definitely
things that
needed.
go miles underwater, right? Like
Yeah, like little tiny robots that we can barely control.
The
You're
subs
talking about
don't go-
hundreds of thousands of pounds of pressure. You know, I mean, this pump, you know, it was pumping out insane amounts of oil, and now it's just broken from an explosion, and it's pouring. Have you ever seen the live feed? Have you seen the live feed yet?
Yeah.
It's creepy as fuck, dude. CNN had a live feed for a while, but it crushed their servers because everybody was just sitting in front of it staring.
And it's just the oil that's coming.
Slackjaw, just pouring.
nonstop.
Well, it was interesting because the guy that was the one of the experts that was on CNN was explaining that from that video he showed that it wasn't the 5,000 gallons or barrels of oil a day they were estimating was coming out. He said it was literally like 75 to 100,000, like, and he was being conservative by saying 75,000 barrels. He's like, it's an insane amount of oil. Like, this ain't a